Yo.
Yeah, I'm like, let me become this guy's mentor. I'm pretty sure he's older than me.
Hey, man. Also, in his mind,
Yeah.
you don't know how old he is.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, how old do you think you are in your mind, right? Like, I know I'm a lot younger in my mind than I actually am.
Right.
I'm like early 30s. I'm like 32 in my mind.
Yeah. I think that's exactly where I stepped off as well, right? 33, 32. That's exactly what it is. Unfortunately, my hair didn't,
Hey, good one.
it didn't. That I had to fire my hair before it could completely quit. But it did quit.
Oh, my God.
It was quitting on me. I was putting product in my hair, and shaping it the way how I shape it. It was very beautiful hair. I can say that. And the amount of hair that would be left on my hands, like I had to clean my hands from the hair that was on. I was like, yo, this is bad news, man. This is
That's
bad
when you
news.
know. I used to wash my hair, and then I would like look at my hand of the shampoo, and I would count.
Yeah.
And whenever I'd get over 16, I'd be like, oh man, I gotta stop washing my hair.
That's when you read the tips online. They say shower with cold water. Don't shampoo every day. Shampoo every other day. It's all these types. Put onion in your hair, buddy. Have you heard of this one?
You put honey in your hair?
Not honey. Onion.
That sounds. Where did
Blended
you read that?
Onion juice. Onion
Did you
juice
read that
in your
on
hair.
Quora? Or like who gave you that advice?
Yo, the amount of Indians that answer Quora questions.
Yeah, I know.
That they probably came from an Indian. So I put
people from Indian and Africa. I bet you. Yeah, tell me about this process. I'm getting hungry.
So essentially, juice an onion, right, and then take that and then put it in your hair. And this guy's like, you do this 3 times. You do this 3 times, or like for a week or something like that, and you will see new growth, new follicle growth, and guaranteed. And obviously, you go down a rabbit hole, and there's plenty of other people who are saying the same thing. Or it's the same guy on different forums. Can't tell. And so I did it once, and I went to work. And buddy, the smell, like especially when that onion juice kind of mixes with like your sweat of the day type of situation.
Right.
Now it's just, like I literally felt like I was just radiating this oniony, sweaty smell for 8 hours. And at the end of the day, I realized something. There was another click or tick in this other box, and it was it's not worth it, man. You don't want your hair, you don't want to save your hair. You don't want to put onion, like the amount of how much I wanted to save my hair did not surpass onion juice in my head.
Oh no, definitely. That sounds. I can only pretend to smell it. Imagine. Mm-hmm. And it smells strong enough to create new stereotypes. Yeah. To have like, Mauritians, brown French speakers smell like onion. You would. It sounds that bad.
Yeah,
it sounds.
It really was. Also, I washed it out, and like I used Dr. Bronner's shampoo, like for real. It's a good clean stuff. And 2 days after, it's still coming out of my head pores or whatever.
You got to put tomato in there.
Apparently, yeah.
You got to pretend a skunk got you.
Yeah.
Well, mashallah, man. When you had it going on, you had it going on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You were that girl. You're like, if you got it, flaunt it. You're wearing like a low cut dress. Yeah. There's so much. Like, how's your hair go?
It was a good run. It was definitely
a good run. Mashallah,
definitely a good run. Yeah, I realized at some point where I was thinking about, we should go. Should I do a transplant or whatnot? And then I was thinking about it. Okay, I'll get a transplant. I'll get like full hair again. Then I said, I'll have to redo the Crash and Flow logo. Mm-hmm. And then that seemed like it wasn't. Once when that seemed like it wasn't worth it, that I had to go talk to Eric and be like, okay, now you got to draw me with hair. I'm like, you know what? I think I just will keep my head shaved. I think I like this better.
I think you could just put like little stubbles on that, and like it's okay, dude. You don't have to update. Calm down.
Every time I look at my driver's license, no. Whenever someone else looks at my health card or my driver's license, they're like, whoa. You can see it on their face because I went from like a lot of hair. Mm-hmm. And then when they look at me now, obviously there's zero hair. I want to get it updated. I want also my passport. because I don't, especially when you're a passport, you don't want to look too dissimilar from your passport when you're at like a French, like in a French country.
You look like you got more religious. You're like, hey, you looked cooler. What happened?
Yeah, exactly. Now I might be considered like a threat. You know, they might. And how many times have I gotten randomly selected just traveling with you, bro?
Oh, I'm Mr. Random Select. I think it's the eyebrows. I think the thick eyebrows. They feel like if he had a beard, it'd be thick. Get him, you know, like.
So, what? No, you know what? You never got randomly selected. I got randomly selected both times when we went to New York. Or three times we went to New York.
I get normally randomly selected.
Just not with me.
Unless I'm with you, and then I think it's hilarious. That's
taking me to the corner. They'd be like, "Sir, we're gonna have to pat you down, and I'm gonna be using my hands, but I'll use the front of my hands, so they can't cup my balls. They can just like."
You wanna know something I didn't tell you, and I'm telling you like years later. Yeah. So I had taken edibles right before going to the airport.
Yeah.
And it was so funny to me that they were stopping you. Like I was doing everything to contain myself because I was expecting to be on the plane. So I'm just like, it's kicking in, and then they take you. I'm like, this is the best. I had a great time on that flight.
All right, fair enough. As long as you didn't put it in my bag, because then they took my bag and then they rubbed it with the piece of circular cotton, a circle of cotton.
Oh yeah.
And then they put it into a machine that's supposed to like pull out information to see if I was smuggling cocaine.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell you that now. I'd just be like, yeah, I don't know how that was. Yeah, they probably planted it, bro, because of your eyebrows. That's what I would. They probably have a quota, and I don't know why they put it there. And I'd be just giggling a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I do. You looking forward to like doing a New York trip again, or you know, it'd be great if we could just like. It's definitely not happening in this lifetime, but if you could live somewhere for like a month or two, that'd be nice.
You know, who knows?
Who knows? Actually,
but I can't think of any context other than a tremendous amount of money that would facilitate that. You know?
Yeah, no, I feel like the Potkins could do it. All it takes is somebody being like, you know, like willing to do it. Like we're going to do a Louisiana, you know, month or something. They fly us down.
Yeah, that would be great. I would eat some beignets. Okay,
what's that? Is that bread?
No, it's like donuts from that from New Orleans.
Oh, see, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what that is.
Oh man, you gotta watch Chef. Okay, bro? Not the show. Watch the movie. Watch the feel-good movie. It's literally like serotonin on a screen. Jon Favreau is like, where are all my friends? Who are they? Right? Mm-hmm. I like cooking. I want to cook in a movie. Do you guys want to hang out? And then
did he lose his daughter in that movie or no? Was that in my head?
No, nothing. Okay. None of that. He was just divorced.
That's okay.
Yeah, and he was divorced. He was. It's the lady from the hot lady from Modern Family.
The Hispanic lady.
Yeah. That's his ex-wife, and he was having a on again off again relationship with Scarlett Johansson.
That's so funny. That's like, oh, I'm gonna write a movie,
right? Yeah, two absolute knockouts. But what does that do for his self-esteem, right? You when you think back on it, you can think back on it as if it was reality. You had those moments; they happened, and then at the end of the movie, well, no, I don't want to ruin it, but nonetheless, right? That's in your memory bank, and if you don't think too much about whether or not you were acting or not, you'd be like, "Yo, I was married and."
See, that's what happens in your brain. But in the rest of anybody else observing the situation, you're just buying your friggin' imagination. Remember when Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, he directed a video and he put Halle Berry in it, and then he made out with her in the video, and we were like, why? And they're like, oh, Fred directed it. And I'm like, makes sense. Of course, Fred directed it.
Yeah, he probably would have had to take multiple takes. Halle Berry was like at one point that was it.
That was it. That was how did you could get.
Yeah, that was definitely it. And then when
Batman
Swordfish came out, people were losing their minds. And then incidentally, Bollywood released a movie about a dude who was a hacker, and they didn't even they didn't even try to reshoot a dude typing. They didn't even do it.
No.
What they did was they just took the clip from Swordfish and just pasted it into their movie.
I love that.
It's a brown guy with white hands, furiously coding.
Yeah, Indians are great at cheating. That's
I think that's. I mean,
what do you think? What do they call the movie? Do you know?
I
love if it's just like
know.
It's just like Talvar Machli. Yeah, Blowfish. Blowfish is better. Blowfish is way better. Dude, they're making it right now as we speak. They're making Blowfish.
Yikes! John Travolta was fat in that movie. That's when he inflated.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen Grease? Grease?
No, I think I might have a very long time ago. I don't remember it. I know people dance and stuff.
No, I saw it for the first time like 2 months ago, and it's a group of people who dance well. They're all like 34, pretending to be in high school. Yeah, that was the thing that I'm like, that guy's not in high school. That guy's bald. Like, why was he in? He's like, hey, like with a backpack on and shit, dancing.
Hello, youths. What are you guys doing?
I was like, is that guy a narc? John Travolta, though, amazing in that movie.
Yeah,
dude, that guy dances. I can't like. If that guy exists, imagine Bruno Mars with the looks.
Yeah.
And just,
Man, I wonder what Scientology has on him. Because Scientology definitely has a supreme amount of dirt on that guy. Where he's still out here. Anyone who's still in it and still believe it, that's not Tom Cruise. The only reason why they're there is because there's no exit. They're going to get leaked out on.
I think Scientology just Epstein's everybody. Like they throw some stuff, record you doing it.
Yeah. It's like what is it when they entrap these nerds in high school? This guy's a straight A student, does no drugs whatsoever, doesn't even know what the life is about, and then they get like this undercover cop who's an incredibly hot chick that goes to this kid and be like, hey, can you get me some drugs? The kid finds a way for him to get drugs because his hot chick is talking to him, gets the drugs, then gets busted for selling drugs. What are you doing?
Jeez. Yeah. Also, you shouldn't be allowed to do that to a high schooler as a hot chick. You know what powers you have as a hot woman against a child coming in.
No chance.
You could have had him kill somebody and he would have done that. You're lucky this kid only bought some drugs to sell to her. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Would have gone crazy.
There was something I was going to say, but now I've forgotten.
Could be anything.
It could be anything. I processed my purchase for the racket.
Nice, exciting.
Yes. So it's going to be here in a couple of days, and then we just need to buy some bolt cutters, I guess.
Now we could jump a fence. You down to jump a fence?
That's true, but the tennis fences are very high.
Yeah,
I was just gonna cut through it.
But then we can't go back.
Yeah, that's true. Can you imagine just hitting up tennis courts?
Oh, we can't actually like damage tennis courts. That would really I would be very upset if you damaged a tennis court. Seriously, like if you even just like do something to a net, I'd be pretty upset. Because there's only so many tennis courts in a community.
Man, this is something close to your heart, eh? Okay.
Yeah, because there's only it's such a few sport. It's like a fringe sport. It's not like golf, where like golf is too bougie and expensive, but tennis is like hard to get into because you need like $100 racket, and there's only like one court in the neighborhood, and there's always like old Filipino or white men on it. They're just they're 97 years old. They're playing tennis, but it's interesting. It's a great sport, man. I think you're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We should watch some. We should watch some games. We should watch some games.
Okay. I just want to, I'm gonna purchase Mario Tennis when it comes out. And then, and then I'm pretty sure I can get most of the fundamentals from Mario Tennis. Well, yeah, I think so.
You're gonna be saying crazy shit after getting points. Oh no,
Mario!
Yeah, I know. Like, hey, calm down, Yasin. He's like, this is not how you play. I'm like, no, that's not how you play. That's not how you do an Italian accent either.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to that.
Man, tennis is great. You'll love it.
Yeah, I wanna do a PSA for the people who are listening. Do not, I repeat, do not sit crookedly in front of your computer for extended periods of
Hey,
time.
you don't have to tell people about your pelvis. You're trying to bring up your pelvis in every
I'm trying to bring
conversation.
up in every conversation for the last week. Man, it's been painful. Holy shnikes. That was something. Something went crick crack and didn't stand straight for like 5 days.
So Yasin, man, your back issues for somebody like none of these are jujitsu injuries, you know? Like I sneezed too hard. You know? Like that kind of bullshit.
Oh yeah, that was one trip. I had that trip in New York. I just got up quick into getting into the shower.
I got up quick. I got to slow down my getting up, bro. I got to warm up. I got to get up slowly twice.
What's crazy is that these injuries actually don't happen during an actual
Sporting event.
Yeah, sporting thing.
No, you sat down wrong, asshole.
It is what it is, man.
You sit down wrong.
Body's doing all types of weird stuff these days.
You sit down wrong. You sleep wrong. You sneeze wrong. You know, just like a body's like, it's time for you to die. That's why people used to die in the 30s.
Yeah, take me out to a floating iceberg and let me float away.
Yeah, man. That's crazy too that they used to do that. By the way.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean, then
insane.
There's like you can't have these people stressing, the community funds, right? Just taking care of people who are not going to be out there hunting seals.
What if you're like, pretty? I guess it's not an age thing. It's like whenever you can stop hunting seals.
They're like, it's time for you to go.
All right, that makes sense.
Right? It's like Spartans out there. That's the reason why. That's how you get like the mountain. It's once when you're born, your parents are like whispering in your ear, if you do not become strong, right, you're gonna float away on an ice cube.
Put you in the volcano. He's like, I'll become a volcano. Okay.
Good Lord, that man is gigantic. I wish there was a way for us to be able to like, you know what? In gene editing, if you could select right now, right off the bat, right now, some things that you would want for your progeny. Yes, progeny.
Like what?
What would you select? What would you select? You can do 3 selections.
Out of my attributes or any attributes?
I guess any attributes because like it's genetic, right? You could just make someone grow taller, right? So yeah.
All right, and they're all physical.
No, you have whatever you want, but right. 3. You have
Sense of humor.
Okay, interesting.
Actually, you could just have mine. If that one just goes straight down, I don't need to get some. But that's the only thing I have that I don't like.
Okay,
that's worth taking.
Fair enough.
After that, I would take like Simone Biles' dexterity or something to flip around like a friggin' think that'd be useful.
Yeah.
Is that something you can get?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what else. I'm not too sure if the Chinese people who are doing CRISPR are doing that. I think it's more like, we'll make you whiter, we'll get you blue eyes, and you'll be tall. Essentially make you into a white person. but really, you want to facilitate this person's life. Just be a little white. You're good to go. Like life is already.
They reveal the ultimate soldier. It's like literally Captain America. It's not even muscular. He's just. They're like, wow, it's a white. We made a white. Shit, Yasin. That's ridiculous. I was talking about speed and agility. Right. Honestly, what else is there? It's just like
but
speed,
if you're white,
endurance, gymnastics. But if you're white, you get a mortgage. You can go places.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, speaking of white people going anywhere, I listened to that Markus Luttrell episode, the Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
That guy, talk about going anywhere. He goes, the dude finds him, takes him home. He's like, I'll take care of you. Like, wow.
His relation. Okay, for those people who don't know, there is a movie that is based on the true story of Markus Luttrell. Markus Luttrell is a Navy SEAL who was sent into Afghanistan to carry out a mission. Mission goes horrible, and of course, lone survivor. He's the only one who survives, and it's
his whole platoon of Navy SEAls. These guys are hard to kill. Imagine those red ants.
Yeah,
that they prick and then they get up again. Dude, I thought that would be insane. Is that this guy got to watch all of his people die?
What's crazy is that he's the medic. So he's trying to keep all of these people alive, all of his dudes alive, and they're dying on him, and then eventually, he's completely broken, whatnot, and he gets saved by a Muslim guy. Gul Muhammad, I believe his name is.
Muhammad Ghulam.
There we go. And then now there's an entire segment of the movie there's an entire segment of the actual true story that's not even shown in the movie. Is like his time being protected by those.
Muhammad Ghulam?
Yeah, Muhammad, and against the Taliban, and the amount of people that died in that village protecting him. That, like, when it was all over, plus obviously the American military, who had to deploy a significant amount of resources for them to just get this one guy back. But you hear Markus Luttrell speak about Muhammad in a way where it's like, I don't have to understand anything about you, but like, we saw people die. Like, I've seen, the amount of things that you did just to keep me alive. That's it, for life, friends for life. Barely understand each other. He even brought them to Texas. Like, now they live here, and apparently Muhammad still yells at him.
That's insane. That was the coolest part about all of it, was like him talking about what happened in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
and then Joe being like, you still talk to him. He's like, yeah, he yells at me still. Like, he lives in Texas. I'm from Texas. So, like, just knowing this guy's in Texas, that's really cool. Yeah. Like, I had Farah listen. I'm like, listen to this.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. But that's crazy. This guy's in Texas from Afghanistan with like 8 kids.
Yeah.
He's a Texan,
Yeah. Such a fantastic story. It's just definitely worthwhile watching the movie. Plus, it's a movie with Marky Mark.
Yeah. And if you want to watch a war movie, he makes the most progressive war movies.
Yeah, he really does.
There's always white people doing bad shit in Marky Mark war movies.
Yeah, Marky Mark doing great. Yo, he is so well known for his work with, like, his daily regimen of what he does, like what time he wakes up and whatever, that my mom was quoting it. She said, you got to start waking up at 4 a.m. like Mark Wahlberg. Like, how do you know this man's schedule? But yeah, man's schedule is ridiculous. By the time it's at 7 o'clock, he's done 4 things plus a round of golf.
I don't know what's wrong with him. That's not fine. He's like, nap, 9 a.m. Like, shut up. That's not a nap. He's already been up for 6 hours at 9 and shit.
Yeah. Well, he goes to bed.
I don't think it's healthy. I don't think that's for everybody. I think that's for almost nobody.
Except for, five people. That's it.
Yeah.
Him, The Rock, and Kevin Hart.
There's stuff wrong with them. There's actually something wrong with Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
he sleeps 4 hours.
Yeah.
I have an SDR, somebody on my team like that. She wakes up at 4 a.m. She has meetings with me when it's 4 a.m. her time in Australia.
That's crazy. Also, is she like just training like crazy?
No, dude, that's how she is. That's all.
Up.
She just wakes. She only sleeps 4 hours.
No.
I told her about, like, there's a lot of high performing people. They own companies.
Right.
He's like, yeah, mate. And she's just like, whatever, dude. She's like,
I just wake up and watch TV.
Yeah, exactly. She gets some work done. She goes for a walk. She watches TV. I thought it was hilarious.
Fair enough. It's not for everyone, right? That type of lifestyle.
No, but Marky Mark, though. He's working out. He's working out 3 times a day.
Yeah. I wish I could. But obviously, I'm getting hurt standing up.
Dude, I'm saying, this is a funny thing. So as Ramadan ended, I started working out, right?
Yeah.
I had my physical done last week. Today, the guy called me for my results. He's like, you're not diabetic or pre-diabetic, but you could definitely start working out more. And I was like, well, there was Ramadan. Could that have thrown it off? Because I can't work out anymore. Just working out every day.
Yeah.
And he's like, what you eat in Ramadan? And I told him, he's like,
not good.
He's like, that could throw off your numbers for a while. He's like, you shouldn't have that much fried stuff. It can really throw off numbers for weeks. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yo, but Ramadan without that is it's tough, man. It's not easy. It's not easy to fast an entire freaking day and then you're like broccoli, chicken, and brown rice at the end of the day. Dude, no way. You might think that that's what you're gonna eat when it's at 1 o'clock. even 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, even you might be like, you know what? Maybe I'll have white rice instead of brown rice. But that 1 hour before, you're like, screw it. I want everything. I want samosas. I want samosas with cheese inside of it. If we could find a dip, maybe we can get the queso dip so that you can dip the samosa into the cheese.
Oh,
Like,
try doing it
just
for
the worst
30.
worst.
Even if you don't break on day one, you'll break. You'll break.
you break.
30 is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Especially
And,
during
like,
the summertime.
I stayed like a week and a half at my parents-in-law, and my mother-in-law asked me what I wanted for iftar. And I said I like samosas, I like pakoris, and I like spring rolls.
Yeah.
And she made literally nothing else but those three things.
Nice.
I thought there'd be some fruit and stuff. Not that I was gonna demand it. I just didn't realize she would just literally make the.
Right. You didn't know that she wasn't just looking for loose suggestions. She was looking at specifically the menu.
She's like, "What's the menu?" And I was like, "Oh." Because she just has dinner, so I realized they were just doing it for me.
Right.
And then her dad also started eating a similar diet. That's not good for either one of us. So, anyways, but yeah, that's why I got to work out now because Ramadan.
Yeah, your numbers for a week, dude. It's not easy to pull up either. I'm telling you that for sure. But anyway, I gotta excuse me. I gotta get back into running, okay? Because there's a guy named Functional Patterns on Instagram. I don't know if you saw this guy. All right,
Definitely not.
But every time that he does an Instagram post, it's with the tone of, you guys should already know this. Like, I feel like he's repeating something that I didn't hear the first time.
You feel like the whole thing is he's like, it's about physical stuff.
Yeah. So essentially, what he's saying is that, deadlifts, forget about it. That's bad for your spine. Squats, the human body is asymmetrical. So if you're trying to do a symmetrical exercise, eventually you're gonna hurt yourself. You know what's not symmetrical? It's asymmetrical, and it's better for you. Running. You should run. And that is essentially all you need to know about functional patterns, this guy in this company, right? But he's starting to get UFC fighters to follow his program. And they do crazy stuff. Like, they'll have a ball attached to a rope, and they got to swing the ball around, and they're doing that type of stuff. Or they'll take a kettlebell, they'll do a couple swings, and then after they just launch it. They're like working out on the beach, and they just throw the kettlebell as far as they can, right? Because in his methodology is like, we got to do all of the activities that we did when we were cavemen. That's the activities we're supposed to do.
I love
Throw a spear, pick up a rock, and then hold it close to your chest and carry it. Throw said rock. A lot of throwing in there. And then a whole heck of a lot of running and walking and sprinting and doing that type of thing. That's it. That's the way how he does it. The problem is that you start watching it, and you're like, this makes sense. This makes sense. Right? I should be doing, I should be sitting. I should be squatting everywhere. I should kind of put my laptop onto the ground and squat, deep squat. Just work on the laptop that way. It's better for you. It's better for your back. And that motivation lasts about like 2 days, and then I'm on the sofa. Doing deep squats is not easy, man.
I'm good at deep squats.
Yeah, the third world squat. I think we spoke about this before. You still good at it?
Yeah. I'll do it all the time for my back. But I grew up pooping in a hole, dude.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're
Did you
primed.
Did you poop in a hole growing up?
I have, yes.
But on
not
vacation.
growing up. Yeah, on vacation.
On vacation. You visited somewhere where you pooped in a hole. That's different, dude.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I pooped in a hole all the time. There were lizards around. There were bugs in the I don't know if it's still a toilet, whatever that is.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's risky. It feels like it's risky because also I can't do it while my pants are on.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a risk. That's a risk situation. You can't be squatting while your pants are on. So now you're in this outhouse situation with your pants just hanging on a hook precariously, and you're hoping that this thing doesn't fall on the ground, right? And then you're squatting here, and you're like, the only thing that's between me and whoever might be wanting to come is like a metal hook, like that's just dangling, that's gone through a loop, and it's just the wind is blowing and it's just rattling, and you're just like trying to poop quick so that you can not be in this entirely vulnerable situation. Also, if someone runs up on you, you don't even have pants, dude.
Why isn't this in the house? Why are you outside in a hut?
Because back when I went into Mauritius in 19... I
Where'd
think
you
it was
poop at home?
1992. I think it was 92. 91, 92. It was still outside. The washer was still outside in
I
in
gotcha.
a sheet metal enclosure.
Oh, that's cool.
Now it's like it's just a regular house with regular toilet. So it is what it is. So it's not like now.
Lost its charm. Gentrified.
Man, gentrifying sitting down poop facilities is something that I wholly
I think I would get a lot more out squatting. Anyways, we should switch the subject. I think I get a lot more out squatting. We should definitely switch the subject.
Yeah, that's why I bought a Squatty Potty, my friend. Are you up with that?
No, I don't have one of those.
You should buy one.
Okay, I can definitely look into it. They're pretty affordable.
That's exactly it. It will bring you back to the days. You might even be happy.
Feels like shitting in a hole. Well, let's get lizards. Let's get lizards and just leave them here. just to add excitement.
Man, that is kind of wild, right? Just you're sleeping and there's a lizard that's walking across the ceiling on top of you, like
Dude, in
above you.
Pakistan, it's so... They're all the same. Some of them can let go of their tails. That's pretty common.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you hit them with a sandal and then their tail comes off.
Oh, yeah. I've undone a tube light, and there's just like 3 that ran out, and they fell, left all their tails, and ran away.
Wow.
And now you got to clean up tails.
Imagine the communication that happened between all 3 of them, right? Because they got to be pissed when they reach their destination after, like when they get to safety. Right? Be like, wait, hold on. I thought we all detached our tails. I thought it was only going to be one of us. I thought it was me. I thought I was the point man. Like, no, it was also me. It was me. I don't know what you're doing. Now we're just 3 idiots with no tails when 1 tail would have been enough to confuse this human. But now we left 3. It's a freaking problem, man. Let's see what you've done.
But what about the tails? They're like, what are you doing here? I thought it was me. Right? And then me, like, oh, shit, what the hell?
You got to go get your banana broom. Is that what the brooms were made out of back in the day?
No, man. It's not a third world country. Yeah, I think it was. No, we had tinkas, just a lot of tiny, thin branches.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. So we have that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you go to a bazaar and buy that. Yeah.
We also had a cat that wasn't ours. It just lived there, and it would eat that kind of shit if you left it around long enough. It was just a cat who nobody could... It was an intruder that we couldn't catch. Like, it was no one's cat. It wasn't even nice to anybody.
Right.
But this was in the house all the time. You couldn't catch it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's what it is. Everyone knows their role, right? It rains outside. He comes inside, and it's a little dry. Looks for a little shelter, but don't touch him. Don't look at him.
Yep.
Don't look at him.
Once he gave babies, changed my whole opinion on him.
Right.
I realize I'm just still calling him he had babies.
Did she just leave the cats, the babies, and just walk away with like a trifling?
I think 2 of them made it out of 3. I don't know, where she had them, but there was all this yelling, like cat pregnancy yelling.
Right.
And then there was 3 kittens like a week or 2 later.
Right. Wow.
And then 1 kind of stayed, and then I left. Not because of the kitten. We came here.
I can't.
It's
either them or me.
That pussy.
Your parents were like, get out.
Yeah. I know.
Keeping only the cats. All right, people. This has been episode 290. It's been weird. It's been hella weird.
I'm having meat pie and coke tonight. So.
Oh! Did you place an order already?
Yep.
Oh, shnikes.
Picking up at 7.
I was gonna jump in on that because
I'll let you know next time.
We have no food today.
You got Uber Eats.
Yeah, no food today. I mean, we do have Uber Eats, but we also have very little money towards our budgeting for food. Holy shit!
Yeah, we're doing some similar stuff.
Yeah. At this point, it's gotten so bad where it's like I wanted to have coffee, and like, I'm gonna go outside and pick that up. There's no other options anymore. I can't just be bringing all. You know what? It got too easy. And then all of a sudden, I go into my Royal Bank, and then you know how it has that wheel, the graph, and and the pie chart for food was. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm like cutting back on gas because I'm eating out. I'm just adding. But the doctor said my cholesterol. He's like, you eat a lot of burgers? I'm like, yeah. He just said burgers, but he knew exactly what I've been eating. You eat burgers and shawarma? I'm like, Yeah, all the time. How'd you know? Does that say it on my blood? Like, it's just burgers, dude.
He's like, no, you dropped the wrapper on the floor. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. All right, people, this has been episode 290 of Crash and Flow. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll be back in a week. Take care of yourself. Good night.
Yo.